All right. It's Kevin Garcia, a.k.a. the Puerto Rican Kid KG. This is Fight Hype. Got the one and only Mr. Tim Bradley with me. Tim, obviously we're here this weekend in New York for Mayer Ryan. And I know you'll be asked a lot about that, but I'd be remiss, having seen you here, not asking you, Canelo, Berlanga. First and foremost, what were your thoughts on the fight after seeing it and it playing out the way it did?
I thought it was it was unexpected. To be honest with you, I thought it was a really good showing. I really enjoyed watching the actual main event. I thought that Berlanga had a decent game plan, had somewhat of game plan. I saw exactly what he was doing. It was causing a little bit of confusion with Canelo, and I know some of you guys don't understand what I'm talking about. He was able to slow him down in spots. He was able to slow down that pressure just with probing, using his jab, a little side-to-side movement early on. Then he got himself comfortable along the ropes, and he felt safe there. That's the reason why he was there. Of course, Canelo's putting the pressure on him, but at the same time, Berlanga was comfortable along the ropes. He took a lot of punches. He blocked a lot of shit. His eyes were wide open. He got caught with that left hook, which I knew was going to be a shot that he'll eventually get caught with, but he got up.
He did?
He got up, dog. You know what I mean? And said, oh, he ain't got no chin, Like, I thought the same thing y'all thought, but dude, he got up. And when you get up like that, man, and you continue to fight, I mean, that tells you a lot about a fighter's character and a fighter's heart. So he got up, he fought hard. In spots, bagged off Canelo, and then he got back set. There was one point in the fight, I think it was the seventh or something, I think it was like a round that he had actually won. I looked over at my wife and I said, yo, it looked like he's starting to believe. He started putting a couple combinations together, and I was impressed. I was like, hell yeah, that's what he needs to do. I know his corner, talking to other people around, his corner was telling him to go, and he wouldn't. But you got to understand that he's never been at this level. All right, he's in there with a lion. He's in there one of the best fighters of this generation, dog. And then what you're doing is you got to think about it. If you ain't never been there before, then how the hell you know how to act? How do you know how to react?
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing what he can, and some people are saying, "Oh my God,
he lost every round." And...
Yeah. I thought Berlanga carried himself extremely well. So if you're wondering what I thought he carried himself very well for a fighter that's never been fought at that level. Never fought at that level, man. So, we quick to criticize somebody that's supposed to, destroy guys, and then they get in there and they look subpar, and then we criticize them. But then when you get what happens when you have a guy that actually freaking, did better than what we expected? But you gonna destroy him even more? It's like, that makes no sense, man. Let's have some balance here. He did better than anybody expected.
Yep.
Period.
Don't think you can argue that.
Period. And he should learn from this. Berlanga should learn from this. He showed that he is a real fighter at 168 pounds. So, I thought the fight was great, man. I thought it was great. I was bashing the fight, the lead up. I didn't think it was going to be any competition. It was enough competition to satisfy my thirst for boxing. It was fun.
There you go. Do you think he did enough to move up to heavyweight and fight Anthony Joshua? Because that's what he's talking about.
Nah. See, the problem now is...
Too big for his britches?
Nah, see, the problem now is that now his manager positioned him in that spot, right? And we felt that, like, he didn't really deserve that spot, right, to fight Canelo, but he was at the right place at the right time, and he got it, and he performed. He overperformed.
Options. So
now it's like, damn, I just made 10 milli. How can I position myself to make 20 milli? So now it's like... So now he's just trying to be a businessman now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's just saying, like, man, how can I position myself to be able to get that now? You
Smart,
know what I
right?
mean? Sounds crazy, but yo, it's like when you make 10, you want to make 20.
It's a business after all, right, Tim?
So it is a business after all, man. Obviously, Berlanga, there's other fish that he needs to fry at 168, and I wouldn't mind seeing him. He can make some real serious money. The pay-per-view numbers are great.
Yeah.
He contributed to that. It just wasn't all Canelo. He contributed. He sold the fight. And I think that he gave all the fans a reason to want to watch him fight again. So he showed a lot of heart, a lot of guts. And when you show the fans that, man, the fans are with you, bro. So, the whole Anthony Joshua thing, You know, again, he's just trying to get that money, that bag. That's all he's trying to get, man.
No doubt. Yeah, and I think a lot of people even would, have second thoughts about outcomes in potential Berlanga fights versus where they were prior to the fight. What I mean by that is, like, you say Berlanga Morel, or you say Berlanga Benavidez, or you say even Berlanga Caleb Plant. I think a lot, right? But before the fight, people are like, oh, wash. Berlanga can't beat those guys. Now you're thinking about it a little different, right?
Yeah, Mark. I hope I said it. It's Mark Farrelly. I hope I said his name right. His coach, he's done a good job.
Oh, Mark Farrat. Yeah.
Farrat. He's done a good job with him, man. Yeah. You know what, man? When you start seeing the fighter mature, you start seeing him start to become more patient, more defensively responsible. Thinking before he does. I started seeing that. I saw it in his last fight before Canelo. And I was like, he is getting better. You know what I mean? And I was like, he'll do okay against Canelo, but I think he's still gonna get stopped. As soon as Canelo hit him with that left hook, he's gonna stop him. But those fighters that you just mentioned, man, I wouldn't mind seeing him get in the ring with those guys, man.
Interesting.
Caleb Plant, of course, is the more mature one out of the bunch. But the other ones are a real high level, high work rate, punching power, Billy's of the world, Gears of the world. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Lacey is.
All of a sudden, 168 is just lit up, huh?
Hot division because it's lit up because Canelo's there.
For sure.
Everybody's gonna follow the money, and then all these guys are trying to position themselves to get there. But I think those are all great fights for Berlanga, and they're all also winnable fights for him as well. Hopefully, he can take the experience that he learned with Canelo, and he can apply it. You just now, kid, you should believe. Now you know you can go 12 rounds. 12 rounds. You've been, now you know.
Yep.
But you know, and you've been in there with
proof
of
of
the best
concept.
guys, and you've
Proof
been
of concept, right?
One of the best out there, man. If not one of the best of this generation for sure.
Yep.
So now you take that and you go in there and you apply yourself and you do more in the fight. Then you get some good wins underneath your belt, bro. You could be the next one up. Once Canelo's gone. So look.
Last question for you, Tim. I know you got to get out of here. That Canelo and that performance versus the Crawford we saw last, have your thoughts changed at all as to what the outcome of that fight would be? Canelo versus Crawford, and how likely is it to happen?
I'm just gonna be like this.
Come on, Tim.
Be like this, but yeah, I'm gonna be like this for now. You know what I mean? But I've been studying film.
You've always leaned with Crawford, so if you're not gonna answer it outright, I guess this question is.
I've been studying film. I'm gonna put it that way. I've been studying film, and I will come with some fire sooner or later. All right.
Are you still as sure as you were before about Crawford winning that fight? My God. Respect.
I'm
gonna catch up to you later.
I bet.
My man, fight hype. Thank you, Tim. Peace.